All right, kids, I've had a lot of requests to film these. I don't know why. Maybe you want to see that my life is falling apart just as much as yours. But I have nothing else to do, so here I go. I did put on pants for you guys. However, I'm not going to do my hair and makeup because I don't want to. So let's get started. I sort of started these because I miss the weekly roundup on SNL with Michael Che and Colin Jost. And you may be thinking, why am I going to get news from a girl who gets her news from Colin Jost and Michael Che? But let me tell you, a lot of you get your news from Donald Trump, and that's way worse. So here we go. Today is Money Monday for some of you, not for me because I'm unemployed. Let's start with what's going on in the news. So the Surgeon General, who is a real person, not just the guy from health class, has warned us that this is going to be our Pearl Harbor moment. That's not good. So the next 2 weeks are not supposed to be great. A lot of deaths are expected. Stay home. I don't know why that's so hard for a lot of you guys. There was a slight decline in deaths this weekend, particularly in New York City. But we are anticipating a peak coming up. Let's start with Donnie. So Orange Donnie is continuing to push for the use of the anti-malaria drug hydroxychloroquine. Okay, don't make fun of me. All right, hydroxychloroquine. So public health experts are saying that this should really not be promoted as the drug to use to treat coronavirus, particularly if you're not under some sort of hospitalization or medical care, because you can OD. It's dangerous if you interact with many other drugs. There also hasn't been a lot of testing for it because coronavirus is so new. However, Orange Johnny does not care. This is what he said in quotes. If it does work, it would be a shame we did not do it earlier. And if it doesn't, though, oops. He also predicted coronavirus might disappear due to warm weather, coming from the guy who doesn't believe in climate change. He also said, in quotes, okay, this is what he asked terminally ill patients. What do you have to lose by trying the drug? He's such a sweet guy. He really does have a way with words. All right, Man Crush Monday. Let's move on to the Cuomos. So President Andrew Cuomo, as I like to call him, literally it's 1 o'clock for me right now, just ripped on New Yorkers for being absolutely shitty at social distancing, which is true. He's raising the fines for violating the rules from $500 to $1,000. I haven't seen this happen to anybody, but I hope they start enforcing it. I've already been staying away from you, but now I'm really going to stay away from you because, unemployed, not trying to risk that right now. Stay home. You're being really selfish. There are people who are dying. A lot of people are dying. There are people who have to go to work, who are essential workers, and we need them. And you're risking them getting sick. It's just selfish. Stay home. Cuomo has been doing his best at retrieving medical supplies from other regions. And like the decent human he is, he says when we tackle this problem and other regions need it or have other problems, we will return the favor. Jeez, what a thought. Oh my God, Donald Trump, please take notes. New York is on pause until April 29th as of now. Hopefully it won't be much longer than that. Back to the Oompa Loompa in chief, Donald Trump. His son-in-law, Jared Kushner, who sort of does whatever he wants in the government, is now put in the prominent position of working with FEMA on managing the chain of medical necessities being distributed. Not sure how he got qualified for that. This is sort of productive, so I'm happy about that. However, he doesn't have any medical training. He has no public health expertise. He was a former real estate developer. I'm not sure where the qualifications for this came into play. He's been dubbed Trump's Secretary of Everything. I know it's a really official term. The Trumps are just wonderful people. And I'd like to keep in mind that some of his other responsibilities include maintaining the peace with Middle East. We didn't almost go to war with Iran, did we? Managing the U.S.'s relationship with Mexico. And working with criminal justice reform. So I think that being a Trump is just like being Veruca Salt from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. You just have to be like, Daddy, I want to run Mexico and I want it now. And then you become in charge of foreign affairs. So what else is going on? In good news, take a second to soak this in because there's not that much of it. In good news, the environmental effects. So we saw dolphins swimming in the canals in Venice because finally there was less pollution in the water. It was cleaner. The goats roaming around Wales. If you didn't read that, you obviously didn't read my roundup last week. There has been a drastic decline, of course, in terms of cars, planes, boats, etc. And there's been a noticeable drop in the vibrations of the Earth's crust. And it's giving scientists a better idea at detecting environmental activity. Trump doesn't believe in climate change, but I do. So this is like the one small positive effect of coronavirus. The Earth may be shaking less, but I am shaking more past the Xanax. A tiger at the Bronx Zoo has tested positive for the Rona. So coronavirus has really let us know who is important in American society. It starts with like the NBA players, NHL, NFL, not that I can hate that because I love football. Moves on to like really rich celebrities type people. Eventually it moves down to somehow the tigers and lions at the Bronx Zoo. And then below that will be the general public who is not allowed to go get tested for coronavirus. But the tiger, along with some lions, tested positive for coronavirus. Nadia, her name is, was showing some signs of respiratory illness and decreased appetite. And yeah, so don't go get tested, but we can test the animals at the Bronx Zoo. New York City is considering beginning to temporarily bury coronavirus victim bodies in the New York City parks. Well, that'll encourage social distancing. Morgues and hospitals are struggling to house the dead bodies because the death toll is phenomenal right now. That's gross and scary and sad. But maybe we'll keep people out of the parks. I don't know. De Blasio said it's something they're preparing for, but is not happening yet. Let's not. Also, yeah, these people deserve more respect than to be thrown where like naked people were tanning in Sheep's Meadow last week. Various trending topics on Twitter. Hashtag Trump is a loser. Hashtag you are bad for America. Hashtag dump Trump. I don't know how we get hashtag Orange Donnie trending, but I'm really like working on that right now. Chelsea Handler, I'm gonna tweet at you. Maybe you could retweet me. A special mention for today is that it's Paul Rudd's birthday. Happy birthday, Paul Rudd. If you have nothing to do tonight, or even if you do, you should just watch a Paul Rudd film because that's really how I spend most of my free time. Happy birthday, Paul. Thank you guys for watching. Read the Rona Roundup because I will be adding to it in the next few hours. If you're even still watching, mwah, don't touch your face.